They are pretty straightforward. He punches, and he punches really, really hard.
Yeah.
All the punching. All the punching. Throwing the
Doppler
haymakers.
vibes.
That's exactly right. This is not a martial artist. You know, he's not, there's not a lot of finesse here.
Right.
One of the first moves I'd like to show is his forward 4, which is like his pretty good advancing mid. He slams you down.
Okay.
A lot of his moves are high.
Oh.
So this is kind of one you want to use when you want to go mid.
Blam.
Is that a string right there?
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah, at the end is just a 1+3 input.
You know I love them.
Right. Another really, really good mid up close is his back 1. And it has 2 options. Back 1/1.
That doesn't look too bad.
And back
Looks like it has
1/2
pretty good
is
range.
and is safer.
I really hope he's got some cool air combos, but we'll have to wait, I guess.
Well, I'm sure we'll see some. He also has some really interesting mix-ups to open up the opponent. Like, for example, his sweep is pretty unique because he drops down and does extra damage.
Oh, that's what his sweep was.
Because he's super, super fast.
What a show off.
He also has 4-3
kinda cool.
where he literally just stomps the ground and creates an earthquake.
So strong.
And then I think this is one of his coolest moves. He has an awesome long-range overhead where he zips across the screen super fast.
Oh, that's a little too fast.
Behind you.
Oh.
And
that's just a button.
Yeah, it's just forward.
Yeah, you ain't zoning, Omni Man.
Really good range.
What the fuck?
That's all I'm gonna need. That's it.
Yeah, you can mix that up with the sweep.
Oh, he does have a stance. He's a stance character.
Putting people's faces in the ground.
Yeah, really strong guy. So let's go over his special moves. Great.
Yeah.
One unique thing about Omni Man is he actually has a lot of aerial mobility. All
that
of
makes
his
sense.
special moves can be done in the air. He has ground and air versions of all of them, which is pretty unique to MK. First one I'd like to show is the
Injustice character, pretty much.
Puts his hands together. It's not patty cake, it's the Mega Flat. Sends them very,
He did
very
the
far.
Hulk.
It's a great combo ender with Punisher, kind of mid-range footsie tool.
Could you almost use it like zoning too?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Keep them in, keep them out.
Doesn't go full screen.
Not full screen, but the EX version goes even further and will destroy projectiles.
Oh. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Man, he's just tearing up the ground. Everything he does.
He also has this big charge move.
Oh, what the
where he
fuck?
Literally just like
That's
charges
hilarious.
his chest. And we've all learned in the 90s in N64 wrestling games that if you put your chest out, you're blocking moves. So he can just barge in. And the EX version has armor, so this is kind of advancing. You think they're gonna do
that's kind of dope.
You want to get in, kind of similar like a Johnny Cage Shadow.
I already love this character.
Another special move he has that, and you'll see this, being able to close the gap is a reoccurring theme with Omni Man.
Gotcha.
Because he wants to get in there and punch.
Exactly, torpedo move, a superhero classic.
Reminds me of Ermac.
You do this in the air and it actually goes downwards. It'll pop the opponent up. Another move great for
he's so fucking fast.
At any moment you can see it's very, very quick.
So this
I can tell like the scrubs are gonna have a ball with them.
You're not following up.
Correct. But if you do it in the air, he gets to pop out.
Very cool. I also really like how the blood from his opponent gets onto his costume. It's pretty awesome. Like I know that we get blood on everybody, but for some reason on him it just looks real cool.
It's just kind of iconic with him, you know.
Yes. So then let's go over his most interesting special move that I think really sets him apart.
All right, the stance. Okay.
So it's down back 3, and he starts hovering in the air. And from here, he has 4 different moves plus a bunch of mobility options. Let's start with the mobility. You can cancel it.
Shit.
You can also warp forward.
Oh.
Extremely quickly.
What the fuck?
And again, he can do this in the air like all of his special moves.
That shit looks so broke.
Pretty awesome.
But we'll go over his moves. The first, I think, is one of the key moves, which is this grab. And this is like
combo
his
damage.
main combo starter. You can quickly go into it.
Whoa, that looks so cool.
Off of the low I talked about earlier.
Just dragging people in the dirt.
Wow.
He also has.
Doesn't look like he gets Oki off of that.
He zooms across super, super fast behind you. That's a great combo ender. It's a great check. You think the opponent might try to like throw something out when he's in the stance, you can quickly go into it. He also has an overhead from anywhere on screen. He drops down.
So it tracks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Woo! And then lastly,
Oh my God.
big anti-air uppercut and zooms across and then covers all the upward space. So it's kind of like the upwards version of the zip behind you.
I just love that spine break.
It's so cool. I like the facial animation. So then the question is, how am I supposed to go into this stance when you're doing projectiles, you're doing long
I'm sure they have a way.
True. He's just vulnerable floating there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think
Wrong.
It is.
No,
I don't
no,
think
no,
so.
no.
I don't think.
So in Viltrumite's stance, when he does it, he's immune to all fireballs. They will literally just pass through him as long as he's in it. And that includes in the air.
That's crazy.
That's some of the coolest stuff I've ever seen.
It's definitely awesome.
It's pretty awesome.
Just dodging.
The EX version starts up faster and also makes him immune to normal attacks as well.
I'm good. I'm too small of a
And then you
streamer
can go
to
in
do
and
that
punish
stuff.
them
That's so cool.
As they're recovering.
Finding
So-
times to use that's gonna be really interesting.
Yes.
Maybe once
and
I'm
again, you can do that in the air.
famous.
The EX version is very, very quick.
It's gonna be embarrassing.
Just kidding.
too.
Who knows?
It is
Not enough
very,
people watch
very,
fighting
very
games,
That's
cool.
awesome. I love
unfortunately.
it.
And then lastly, for his mobility, he has a unique air dash. This actually has a physical hit attached to it. It doesn't just pass through the opponent. So you can see he spins the opponent around
Whoa.
for a free hit. And you can do two as long as you have meters, so you can do stuff like
Hold on. Let me record that. I got a little.
in it.
Let me see this
And that
again.
includes in the air.
That's some of the coolest stuff I've ever seen.
It's definitely awesome.
It's pretty awesome.
Just dodging.
The EX version starts
doesn't give
up
a
faster
fuck.
and also makes him immune
He's a tryharder.
to normal attacks as well. And then he can go in and punish them.
That's so cool.
as they're
That is
recovering.
okay. That's gonna be a huge fucking problem. You
Yes.
like.
And again, he can do that.
You know
in
what
the
it kind
air.
of reminds me
The EX version is
of? Like,
very
I think it
quick.
kind of reminds
It's
me
gonna
of
be
like ethereal,
embarrassing,
like
too.
It is
Melina, because like
very,
literally
very,
cannot do
very
anything.
That's awesome. I love it.
And
I
then
hope you can
lastly,
punish
for
it or
mobility,
something.
He has a unique air dash. This
Oh.
actually has a physical hit attached to it. It doesn't just pass through the opponent. So you can see he spins the opponent around for a free hit. And you can do two as long as you have meters, so you can do stuff
I
like
wonder what combos people are gonna come up with. So I feel like there's gonna be a whole lot of
you can do
stuff.
some really cool flashy combos. So you can use that to get in, you can use it to get out, and it'll always have that physical hit. So again, to recap that, if you just do it for the first time, it doesn't take any meters.
There's no
If you
reason
wanna
for you
twice,
not to
like
do
a
it.
combo like I showed,
Right.
it's going to take a
If you do it
similar
low
to
enough
how
to the
Minotaur
ground, you
works.
could probably
Very
up block it.
So I think in general, Omni Man's a pretty simple powerhouse character to play, but he's got great mobility options, great offensive ability, and I think the Viltrumite stance is going to be super, super interesting. to
And
see.
people
Super
sometimes,
broke.
Like, of my level probably. When you hear stance, you get a little scared. But his stance is actually not it's not your
No.
typical like. It's not that hard to use, really.
Right, it is not really hard to use, and he was not meant to be. He is
Right.
meant to be like, just like you see on Invincible. He is just he's just tearing through people effortlessly. That's exactly what our design team went with, and I think they
Wow.
did it.
It shows, yeah.
She
for
said
sure.
effortlessly.
Super
That's
cool. I love it.
terrifying.
Yeah, I think he's.
That
gonna be
means they
really
made him
cool.
broke.
Would you guys like to see Tremor?
I think we would.
You know
right.
what? Let's just save it for another day, baby.
Just save
Just
it?
save it
What?
for another day.
I'm gonna vote yes.
All right.
All right.
I'm
Okay.
swayed. Okay,
We'll do
okay,
it.
all right.
So
Us-
Tremor's one of the most
Yeah.
interesting cameos in the
About to
game.
get pissed.
I can't wait to see our players use him because he has more moves than any of the original roster cameos.
Okay.
Let's see
So-
how it works.
Let's do it. Let's do
Okay.
it.
So we all know Tremor debuted in Mortal Kombat Special Forces, but he really made his big playable debut in MKX.
Correct,
Where he
correct.
had 3 variations.
Yes.
And that's something our design team wanted to bring back.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually go Aftershock, Metallic, and Crystalline, and he has a different set of moves in each stance.
I feel
Let's
like
show
this
how
should
it
be a
works.
thing for
He starts
all
with
the
Aftershock. You
cameos.
can see his life bar, and he's like the brown, rocky, kind of traditional looking clobbering time Tremor.
Right.
So he has 3 moves when he's in Aftershock. He has his Rock Punch. It's exactly what you'd expect. He just kind
Lunge
of
and
comes
punch.
in,
Yep.
it's safe on block, it knocks you away. You can use it to end your strings. He also has Up Punch, which is a pop-up
Yeah,
starter.
pretty standard.
Which I'm pretty sure he also had in
in
MKX.
MKX.
Yes.
And then lastly, he has his Ground Pound, where he comes in, he does a low, and then pieces out. So if you have a really good overhead, for example, that,
Yeah, I like
for
that
example,
option.
maybe you have a mid-screen overhead that's almost instant. You can also have a mid-screen low that's almost instant,
so good.
which is pretty awesome.
And that's just a knockdown. Hard-
Exactly,
yeah.
right.
And so you would say Aftershock. He's sort of the attacker.
Yeah,
The
I would say
offensive
it's,
one?
it's
Yeah.
offensive, it's pretty basic, it's the most kind of standard tremor.
Right.
Kind of the one you, like base, which is why it's the default one.
Right.
So then at any time you hit R1 and he'll come out and he'll cycle to the next one, which is metallic.
What?
Now he has an entirely new set of moves. And they're all lava based.
What the
lava
Oh, I
burst,
thought they were
which is
gonna be, like, separate.
mid-range, safe kind of.
But they're all in the same cameo, so
He
instead of
has
having like
anti-air lava burst.
3 moves, he has
And this
like
is really cool.
more
He has
options
this
than
bowling ball, which is a low.
than
and if you
all the
hold
other
it,
cameos.
It becomes an overhead.
Okay.
So he's got kind of mid-range attacks, plus a 50-50 from full screen that you can mix up.
Oh, awesome.
Again,
So
I get to feel like a good combo after that.
right, and so then that gives you also zoning abilities or a projectile if you have a character that is lacking that,
Exactly.
which is awesome.
Or if you have really good projectiles and you want to double down.
Double
with
down.
mix-ups, you can go that way.
Right.
And maybe you have like really great anti-air, and this can be a low that is going to make them want to jump. You know, you could put out Li Mei's lantern and then be doing this. It's just all kind. I think the creative freedom in the cameo system is the coolest part of the game, right?
Can't agree more.
Yep.
And then lastly, one more stance.
Okay.
Crystalline.
People have been looking forward to this.
Yeah,
how broke
Ed
is that?
kind of teased it, and I think a lot of people guessed some of the stuff he could do.
Yeah, totally.
So in Crystalline, he has 2 attacks. He has Crystalline Burst, which will reflect projectiles, and then
Alright.
the big one. And a lot of people were like, "There's no way they're going to do that." We did. Crystalline armor. So once he has crystalline armor,
Oh no.
it's doomsday for the opponent.
Oh.
Oops, I was too slow.
Oh
My
bro.
God. All right, here we go. So he's going to summon the armor,
Why am I so scared right now?
and he will just absorb attacks like an absolute badass.
Beast.
Right.
And so the way this works, the
No!
cycling is once you do the summon,
Oh
like I said,
god,
it goes-
it's back.
and it goes in a particular order.
Ugh.
And if you hold down in R1,
God.
it's the opposite order. So you could go
Gotcha.
from crystalline to aftershock instead of and skip metallic in between, if that makes sense. It's like
Yeah.
recycling.
Yeah.
So there is definitely a skill
Yes.
cap on like people who can go back and forth and know what you're
Exactly.
doing. So like yes,
Skill
they have
cap.
a lot of moves, but yes, you have to be
Yeah.
cycling.
Exactly.
You have to manage
always
that.
Are gonna, right. You're going to have to manage the order that you're in because you cannot go straight from aftershock to, or sorry, you can't go from metallic to aftershock unless you go down, like you cycle
Right,
back,
right.
if that makes sense. I just confused myself.
I just had an idea.
Because there's only 3.
Right.
So
Right.
it's rather you want to go which order.
What
And
if
there's
you
a
could do
really, really,
2
really cool twist that
rotations
really
of
sets
the
when you
cameo
call
in
them
one
out,
combo? That would be
ambush
nuts if you
move
can do that.
Transition into any of these attacks.
Oh.
So let me show you. Right now I'm in crystalline. If I go to aftershock and then immediately enter a back in R1, he will immediately, while still on screen, go into the ground pound, like so.
Oh. Interesting.
Or next in the cycle is metallic. So let's say I wanted to do the bowling ball. I can do it that way. Or crystalline. I can do instant crystalline armor.
What?
Interesting. Very cool.
So that means all of his moves can also be ambush moves if you commit to bringing him out, swapping, and then immediately doing the move. Now that's going to be somewhat risky. They can get you out of it. You're going to have to be where you are in the cycle and all that. So there's a lot of risk and a lot of thought that's going to go into it, but it's extremely powerful if you master the cycle. And I think it's one of the cooler mechanics in the game for
Yeah.
cameos.
Excellent.
Very cool.
So that's that, huh?
I think we have one more thing to show.
Oh.
What?
His fatal blow, and the
We've-
fatal blow attack that he goes into is pretty neat because again it uses speed.
Mm-hmm.
You can see here.
Yeah. Yeah, we've already seen this.
Nope.
Yeah. Pretty standard. Alright. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's pretty
cool. So early access for Omni Man is on the 9th,
That's right.
and then Terminal will be out later this month.
Yep.
And in addition to that, too, we will be having free trial towers as well. So you'll be able to try Omni Man for free if you did not have early access for it.
Yep. And that'll be in the gateway portal.
Correct.
Oh.
That's great.
Okay.
Hi.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for it.
You should be waiting for it. Is it
That's it. That's it. Birthday shout out.
your favorite part? It's your favorite
they're
part.
cringe.
Reason everyone's here.
100%. Happy
Anything else?
birthday. All right. Happy birthday.
Oh, it's
or
just some
happy 20th
matches.
birthday
I'm
to
gonna
Gary Hansel's daughter.
Cool.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead to some matches so we can watch a little bit of that.
I also love it. I've always liked the hair, the white hair on the side, because that's what's happening to me.
Oh,
Right.
same here.
So yeah, I'm fine with it.
Okay. Not bad damage.
You can see right there, Omni Man tried to call out Tremor, and Scorpion
That looks
actually
like he got
stuck it.
flawless
So,
blocking.
Tremor is very, very
Oh, that was
powerful,
meterless.
but it's not just free calling in any time. I think
Oh.
as the game goes on, it'll be really interesting to see the best players and how they learn to preemptively
Oh.
cameos and all that.
Yeah, you avoided the hellfire there too.
Yeah, that was awesome. It's definitely his coolest move.
Wow.
It's so flashy. It's awesome.
I really
what the
love
fuck
how
was that?
animators and all that showed effortless
Wait,
power.
wait, hold on. What was that? I need to see that again. Hold on.
Effortless power he has. And
Yeah.
it's
Wait, no, I
There's
went
not-
ahead
there's
too
not-
much. Hold on.
It's awesome.
I really love how
Hey, you see that
designed-
shit?
Yeah, that was awesome. It's definitely his coolest move.
It's so flashy. It's awesome.
I really love how designed
He X'd it. So
effortless power he has.
okay, if he EXs it, that pretty much means any gap you can EX it and just pretty much get a full combo punish. So you don't even have to flawless block with him. You could just EX stance and dodge it and just punish him for it. That is so he's gonna be very beginner friendly. But okay. I'm a little scared for people who play Omni Man. He's kind of looking really strong right now, not gonna lie.
It's
There's not, he's not like, it's like he's not even putting a lot, you just
right.
do
Yeah,
it.
it's very well done. Lava burst. Ton of range on the lava burst.
Alright.
Big rock.
Should be called getting dunked on.
Oh, you get anti-air, but didn't really get a lot from it.
Just doing some spear pokes, really.
Alright.
Been in his spear pokes.
Oh.
Good blocks. Convert.
Holy shit.
Combo.
Not done yet.
The air combo stuff is very fun to do. Like hitting that air.
What it's
dash
done
and
for looks
seeing
pretty
someone
good.
is very fun. God, Omni Man's neck.
He's
Really
fine.
unfortunate. Yeah, he's very, very strong. His cape's on fire.
Nice flawless block. Oh,
Nice
Oh.
time.
Yeah, this is gonna
Good bait.
bad.
Take him up to the air.
shit.
I think it's really
Yeah.
slowly.
He's already doing
Yeah,
like
right.
327
Yes.
Really cool.
that the devs are doing. So I'm
He's
sure
also got
people
some really
could come
cool
up with some crazy combos and probably get way more.
There again, just
Oh, that was a cool breaker.
very, very simple and to the point.
Was
Also,
that a combo breaker? It was a giant rock.
yes, it was. That was Tremor riding a giant rock. It is great. I was the first time I saw that.
All right.
I was like, oh my god.
That's awesome.
To be fair, if you were doing a combo, it would break you. Your concentration
Oh,
and
sure.
everything. If just a man surfing a rock drop down.
Looks like that's gonna do it.
Yeah, I don't see Scorpion making it past this.
This is so cinematic. I love it.
Very cool. Show us the head squish one. Down. Oh, instant genocide.
This really is the perfect fatality.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I do agree with them.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was
So
dope.
good.
Super cool. Thank you to the team in QA for putting that together. Always awesome fights.
Wow.
Way better than I would do.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
A fun anecdote is that Robert Kirkman's actually a huge MK
It's
fan.
pretty
to the point
nifty.
where when we were talking
He's
about
looking
that
pretty
fatality,
nifty.
he was the one that remembered the MK3 subway stage and the Boone Tobias sign and all that. Like,
Oh, really?
That's
yeah,
awesome.
like he was all in on MK.
Thank you
so
for
cool.
being a fan.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We're super excited for Omni Man.
All right. It was super fun reacting to that. It is looking like Omni Man is definitely going to be very powerful. Thank you guys so much for watching. And like always, keep it crispy.